Okay, so I've been playing a lot of tank lately, and I've been playing a lot of 5v5 tank specifically, because usually I only really like to play tank whenever I play 6v6, but whatever. I have been playing a lot of 5v5 tank, and I've come to the conclusion that a lot of people are correct about super tanks, but I think that they're wrong about what makes super tanks so annoying, right? It's not the fact that tanks can soak up damage. It's not the fact that they can block damage, right? That's what they're supposed to do. You need to get over that fact. If that's the reason you don't like tanks, you need to get over it. If you are a DPS not named Reaper Bastion, you should not be able to consistently 1v1 a tank like you can in 6v6. I think that's a problem. I think it's just a little bit of a problem. I still think super tanks are bad, but that's just my 2 cents. If your problem with super tanks is that they do too much, or they block too much damage, then I think you're wrong. What you should really be worried about is a lot of these tanks have the ability to secure a kill way better than some DPS. Like, so much better. And, like, the worst and most egregious tanks in this category are Orisa and D.Va. These two characters can literally do everything on the field. And D.Va can do even more, specifically because she can fly. Orisa literally lives forever while having giant hitboxes on her projectile, and they have no fall off. Absolutely zero fall. So she stands there, you know, gets murdered, doesn't take any damage from anything, and then is also able to kill anything in the backline at the same time, while also having a stun, while also having a mitigation ability in her spin. And if you really wanted to, you can still have the spear, get rid of the spin, and she now has a shield while still having gold and being able to poke from behind said shield. I don't know how Blizzard looks at that and thinks that's okay, and I don't know why more people don't get upset about it. I don't see her a whole lot in high level play, but I still just feel like she's like around the corner, ready to just ruin the game again, like she did for a couple like months back at one point. Okay, now usually I'm only seeing Orisa whenever I play quick play, because as you know, I'm a quick play warrior who is like around GM, Elo, and quick play, and is GM5 and ranked. Okay, just set the scene for you. But when I'm in ranked, all's what I run into every single game, or at least, you know, 60% of the night, is a D.Va. And there's good and bad reasons for why I run into a D.Va. Here's the good. It's a necessary evil to deal with Zimmers in console. Yes, I play console. Fuck you. It's necessary because half of the time there is a Zimming cheater, essentially, playing hit scan, and every single tank player that is pretty much like Masters 1 and up, or like Masters 2 and up, has to have D.Va at least in their back pocket, or they're just never gonna climb, okay? Like, D.Va has to be able to be played by you if you are playing tank on console and higher elo in Overwatch. It's just a fact. However, that does not make the hero not completely broken and disgusting. The hero is abysmal to play against. Abysmal. Like, literally so unfun. I have a video calling it the anti-fun hero, and that's what she is. She does nothing but ruin fun. And now, with this new perk, tightening her spread or whatever, she now has even more ability to ruin fun. D.Va was already overkitted to high hell. Already just a disgusting hero. Let's go through it really quickly. Can fly, can mitigate most types of damage, and can secure kills by flying at you with her shotguns and her mini rockets, or now her Titan spread. Let's not forget that people like to clown on D.Va's ult like it's not literally a second life. And if you ask any of these like numbnut pros what the fucking highest value you can have in Overwatch is, or any of these gurus, they'll say, oh well, living is pretty much the highest value you could possibly have. But then they'll rank D.Va ult like at the worst of the worst. Dude, it's literally a second life. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to have. It's so stupid. But yeah, I mostly see her because, like I said, of the Zimming issue. But, as I said, that doesn't make her not completely broken. And how people just don't realize that, I have no idea. Sorry, Emong, by the way, for trashing your hero. But even in 6v6, D.Va is disgusting. So stupid. I don't know how she keeps getting away with it. And I never will. I never will. The community needs to wake up to this hero and start complaining. How? Maybe we do it because she's like a pretty Korean girl or something. Ooh, woo, cute. I don't care. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Die. Go away. And those two are just the worst offenders, in my opinion, of the whole super tank ability, while still being able to kill half of the lobby with ease, or most of the lobby with ease. And then there's like a character like Ball, where I don't think their base kit is the problem, but I think perks have absolutely made Ball not only unkillable, but also just way too easy to secure kills now with his slam, or just being able to sustain whatever. And then there's, there's Hazard, who's just overkitted in general, who is also given technically a one-shot, despite you having to do a whole lot for it, which, I can still live with, but again, an overkitted tank and can still kill pretty much anyone in the lobby, in my opinion. I think Doom is under a similar category to Hazard, just without the super ability to sustain. I do think he gets his punch way too easily with the Matrix blocking. It needs to be maybe like a half a second shorter or something, or even a full second shorter. I don't know. I'm not a game dev, but I do think he gets his punch way too consistently now. And yeah, but Doom's always going to be in a weird spot because he's Doom, and people love Doom, people hate Doom. He should be a DPS. He was a DPS. Now he's a tank. That's something you're just going to have to get over. I'm going to preface this next section by saying I am a DPS main, for those of you that don't know, so I might be slightly biased when it comes to these two heroes. I do play them a lot, and I think it's because I like to play DPS, but it's Mauga and Roadhog, and I think that both of them are kind of like overhated, or like that. I just think that they're fine, like they do a lot of damage, and they're meant to secure kills. However, they give up so much in order to do so, like protection of their team. They pretty much give up almost fully, and they're not that hard to counter, right? Like once you have a certain lineup against one of these two or both of these guys, like Mauga and Roadhog, you can win. Like if you have the counters for it, you can win. Like there's no really getting around it if you're a Mauga or a Roadhog. Like if you're not getting kills, or if you're getting completely like pushed around by like Ana and whatnot, and a Zenyatta or what have you, then you're null and void. It's null and void. Like I just think people don't like this hero that much, these heroes that much, because they remember all the bad and none of the good. Like especially Mauga. Mauga was like extremely meta when he came out, and like now I think he just gets the Brig treatment, and everyone just remembers that, and no one cares about what he is now. Like like I said, like I think he's slightly above average at the moment. And Hog is really good right now, but only because they gave him those headshot changes. They'll fix that. And he'll go back to being, middling and only annoying you when he gets that random hook, right? Like, those are the only times you're going to remember how much you hate Roadhog, is when he gets those crazy hooks on you. And most of the time that's not happening if you're like a semi-intelligent Overwatch player. You're just not getting hooked 24/7. And then there's Ramattra, and Ramattra is just disgusting block spam, and I think that's a problem, but he doesn't really have a great way of killing you. Outside of obviously his punching and being able to track you down with it, but I don't think it's that egregious. I do think his blocking is egregious. I don't like that. Then there's Sigma, who Sigma's weird because at least Sigma's like situational. Sigma is so overkitted, similar to D.Va, he just can't fly. So he kind of gets a pass, in my opinion. That's really it. And he can't like necessarily secure a kill, but he holds down space better than anyone in the game, barring maybe Roadhog himself because of the hook. But still, even then, Sigma just owns any sort of space in front of him, because he has too much spam, he has the CC, and of course he has that shield, which is disgusting. And just to top it off, just to finish off this video, I think Rein is perfect. I don't care what people say, Rein is a perfectly designed tank for a game like Overwatch. So is Zarya. Zarya is so overhated, it's not even funny. But, we can get into that at a different time. Winston is the perfect dive tank, right? Like, he doesn't have the ability to secure kills, but he can protect his team, and he can, soak up a lot of damage. And then there's Queen. I think Jumper Queen is the perfect implementation of specifically going for kills, right? Or enabling your team to go in for kills, like with her shout and with her team play. So that's kind of my list. I know people will be mad at the Zarya one, but at least Zarya doesn't fly and doesn't have the ability to mitigate from a distance, and also doesn't have really a strong way of killing you outside of a singular beam. Okay, so let me know in the comments. Please tell me whether or not I'm an idiot and what you guys hate. If you hate D.Va, please type how much you hate D.Va. I really want to know that I'm not crazy. All right? Goodbye, guys.